and welcome. We are talking about binding today. So if you're working on a quilt or a quilted table runner and you need to put some strips together to create a long enough binding piece, then this is a good video to watch. You know, 9 times out of 10, I have to sew a bunch of strips together in order to create that longer binding piece. So I thought I would do a quick video to demonstrate that. So my strips are 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to take one strip, put it in my left hand. I got the other strip in my right, and I'm going to take the right hand piece and just lay it on top of that left piece like so, and I'm making sure that the edges are lined up along the top and the side. And then I'm going to put this under my sewing machine and sew it from this corner to this corner. So I've got my straight edge, got my straight sewing foot on. I'm just going to make sure these edges are together. And again, I'm just going to go from this corner to this corner, and I'm going to back stitch at the beginning and the end. And go all the way down to that other side. And they're together. And you got that seam down the line there. So I'm going to put the next strip on, but we're going to make sure that this seam stays on top. So don't flip it over. Just keep this side up. And we're going to go all the way down. And this strip is going to go into my left hand. And I'm going to grab the other strip in my right. And we're going to repeat the exact same process. So you're going to take this strip and place it over the left strip, just like the last time. Make sure that these edges are together. Pop it under your machine. And we're going to go from corner to corner, back stitching at the beginning and at the end. Make sure that they are lined up. This one slipped away on me, of course. You know, if I used a pin, that would definitely help, but I'm not. Okay. So again, from corner to corner and back stitch at the beginning and at the end to join these two. So you're going to repeat this process for all the strips that you have. Just keep placing them on until you have a binding strip that's long enough for your project. Now, when you take this to the iron, you're going to take it to the iron after to fold this in half to create your strip. When you get to these seams, you definitely don't want this hanging about. So you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut off the excess, right? About 1/4 inch up from the line that you just sewed. So you're going to cut across. And you're going to iron this seam open because you want it nice and flat. Okay, so you're going to iron that open and then just fold it together and iron it down to the next seam and repeat the process. You're just going to cut across, iron open that seam, and then just continue on until you're done. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please reach out, and thank you so much for watching.